Okay, so we have a video, follow-up video for you regarding the baby mama dance. So Megan is dancing in the hospital gown, overdue, barefoot, glowing, and dancing with her husband Harry in labor room. Who wouldn't do that? The video is beautiful, joyous. So far, the video has had about over 39 million views on Instagram and counting. But while most of us smiled and or cried, really liked the moment, someone like Piers Morgan did what Piers Morgan does best. He made the video creepy. Yeah, he called the video 2 months away from a sex tape. Let's unpack the video, the backlash, and the truth about why Megan dancing was more than just a viral moment. It was an act of resistance. So let me give you a background about this baby mama dance. This trend was really huge at the time of the birth of Princess Lilibet in 2021. Women posted videos dancing, swollen, overdue, often uncomfortable, because movement can help trigger labor and cope with stress of waiting. And Megan was also overdue. She reported that she was overdue. Again, just like with Archie. So she and Harry did what millions of expecting couples have done. They danced, not for the camera, but for comfort, for connection, and maybe just to keep the fear at bay. When you move, just instead of sitting and worried, but to move and just enjoy the moment. That was really good for them, I think. So now here is where it gets real. Okay. Megan was a black woman giving birth in a country where black women are more likely to die during childbirth, both in the UK and the USA. In the UK, the statistics like black women are almost 4 times more likely to die from pregnancy related complications than white women. In the USA, it's even worse, especially for high profile cases like Serena Williams, who had to fight to be taken seriously during her own delivery. So, yes, Megan had every reason to be scared, every reason to reach for Harry, every reason to dance her way into the calm, to feel calm by dancing. This wasn't attention seeking, as many of those haters say about it. It was survival, physical, emotional, and also spiritual. So many women do this, but for her, as a mixed race woman, as a black woman, the chances of her having a complication, birth related complication that could actually lead to death much higher. So, I mean, this is why people need to understand this. I don't really understand this hate that people have about her. Okay. So this video didn't go viral because it was flashy. It went viral because it was honest. It is still, I'm still counting. It's nearly 39 to, I think it will go way above 39 because it's relatable. It's honest. She didn't post in pearls. She didn't create the moment for herself. It wasn't created moment, like photo ops just somewhere and some song. No, she danced. She danced because she was overdue, uncomfortable, and a human being human. All right, for women around the world, especially black women, This video was a rare and powerful moment for representation. All right? Yeah. So, Piers Morgan, who critiques Meghan every time she shows joy, vulnerability, or success, it's actually giving obsession now. It's giving projection, and it's also giving please lock off. Right? That's what it's giving me about this paper. I mean, it's just giving me that. Anyway, let's just listen to Alex repeat the same thing to Piers Morgan. Maybe, I mean, he didn't even get it then. Probably will, I don't know who he will listen to realize that statements like this are not appropriate, especially when you are a man. You don't even give birth, and you're not even black women, you're not even mixed race. So don't even say anything about that. So anyway, let's continue.
And I understand that you don't like Meghan Markle. You've made it so clear a number of times on this program, a number of times. And I understand that you've got a personal relationship with Meghan Markle, or had one, and she cut you off. She's entitled to cut you off if she wants to. Has she said anything about you since she cut you off? I don't think she has, but yet you continue to trash her.
Okay, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
So, do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, maybe not mine.
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't
This
do
is
this.
absolutely diabolical behaviour. I'm sorry, but Piers spouts off on a regular basis, and we all have to sit there and listen. 6:30 to 7 o'clock yesterday was incredibly hard to watch. Incredibly hard to watch.
So the Meghan Markle dancing in the delivery room to start Keisha's the baby mama dance is absolutely the worst thing to have happened to people who are chronically addicted to hating Meghan Markle. Come on, man. You can hate on her. You can say she did granny dirty, dropping the racist bomb in the royal family and whatever, grifting off Netflix and Spotify and, her cooking show, whatever you want. But that is cute. And Meghan has moves. She's getting down low. Harry's doing his thing right there through the middle. They have a cute marriage. The conspiracy theorists are like, oh, it's not even a real baby bump. Look, it's too high. It's fake. It's AI. The plugs aren't even plugged in. That's just a set, not a delivery room. You know, Rob, it reminds me of Jenny Bordelon, who is the LSU alumni association lady who was dancing to get the get in the White House after LSU won the national championship in 2020. We were like, woo! I think Meghan had that moment. Now, if I'm Meghan, don't do anything for a few days. Don't be like, we got one, let's do another. Let it sit for a second. Bask in the glow of this fantastic moment. It's viral and it's good. And if you're a Meghan hater, back off on this one. Admit it.
And he kind of backed out of the shot. James, are you offended by this?
No, not at all. I see a really
Here he comes.
I see a really happy, excited couple about to enjoy the arrival of their newborn child, having a bit of fun. There's the dad's twerking. There you go.
That's it. That's it.
She's just living her life. I mean, yes, she's sharing it on social media, so she knows the Daily Mail are going to be furious because they're furious with everything that she ever does, it seems to me. But yeah, she's not doing anything wrong. She's just an excited young mum. And I might be wrong. Am I right in thinking that physical activity and a little bit of movement
like dancing
can help
to move
help with the birth and help get things moving? So yeah, I just don't understand why people are so furious with her all the time.
I don't know why.
Around a bit. And then he kind of backed out of the shot. No sure anger there. Actually, stay there, very. Alison in Suffolk, are you angry as well?
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Can you explain? Vivian is there. Can you explain why Vivian shouldn't be angry? Because I'm not making any headway.
Okay, right. Firstly, there's been a lot of speculation online, really whole speculation that these babies don't exist. and it was a moon bump. Well, basically, she's shown them that it isn't. As your male guest has said, what's wrong with it? They're a young couple, and I think it's what the royal family need.
Let me just put that to Vivian. I didn't know this, Vivian, but there's apparently some wackos online speculating that they've never actually had any children. So,
well, that is absolutely preposterous. I can't understand that.
No.
But be that as it may, royals don't behave like that. If you go into the royal family, you do not behave like that.
Alison, royals don't behave like that.
No. I'm sorry. I think the royals need to loosen up a bit. They are human beings. We are a long time dead, and I just think this makes them so relatable. And it's a trend online. You only have to look at all the videos.
Yeah.
You know, it's why not? There's nothing wrong with it.
Vivian?
If she was stood there naked, and then different story. But she's not. It's just a fun video.
Vivian, how about that?
That's so relatable. The royal family is so relatable. I don't agree with that. I have seen the Queen in public at a horse event, but you don't. I mean, the late Queen I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But you don't see the royals. They are very highly protected, and I don't think we want sort of behaviour of showgirls or chorus girls, which is I think how Meghan behaves, like a chorus girl.
Okay, Vivian, thank you so much. Thank you, Alison, as well. Wow, people get cross about stuff.
To the pregnant woman on the couch.
Yeah, time to get up and twerk, guys. I'll do it right here. Just bring me Todd Pyro as a dance partner. Look, people are criticizing Meghan Markle for this. And I'm not a big Meghan Markle fan. I think this is funny. I think it's endearing. I like to see this. And let me do a Fox News alert here for those who are criticizing her. You are pregnant. You are not dead, okay? So I run in the mornings, and people are like, how do you run when you're pregnant? You can run when you're pregnant. You can dance when you're pregnant. She's dancing just before giving birth. Women are amazing. They do amazing things. I love this. I'm going to send you guys a twerking video from the hospital in just a few weeks. Play it live on air. I'm not actually going to do that because I don't have that kind of talent. I don't twerk in the mirror, but I do run. So.
I'm not going to criticize a pregnant woman on this show. I can't even believe you brought me into this discussion. But I will say that, let me go after it. It's Harry, right? Harry's the one in there.
Yeah.
What a dork. Harry comes in, he keeps getting in the way of the video. He's like, I want to be in this video. He reminds me of like the guy, get up on the dance floor. He doesn't really want to dance, but he's trying.
So, as you have heard from those people, I mean, very positive views. Everybody else, thought, oh, well, it's something that people do. It's something that's advised anyway for people to move and to try and do some movement. So, why on earth people find a way to hate someone for something so important, that's so important for educational purpose, and also for people, for women out there to just laugh and have a calm moment when you're actually about to give birth to a child. So yeah, that's really good to hear people have similar views as my view, and many other people have watched the video. So let's keep on listening to other people's view as well.
I don't understand why so many of you hate Meghan. Like, you hate her. You actually have hatred in your heart for somebody that you've never met. Like, this woman, all she has to do is breathe. She breathes out of line and you lot are onto her. And the comments I'm seeing online, classless. They're tacky. The royal family would never do that. Not the royal family caught up in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. Not the royal family who were friends and frequently partied with Jimmy Savile. Not the royal family who were adulterers. Not the royal family who treated Princess Diana like absolute shite. But God forbid, Harry and Meghan are in the Labour room, catching a vibe, doing a challenge, the baby mama challenge from 4 years ago, decide to share a moment online, showing their fun personalities. And the worst part of it is, look at the shape of her baby bump. They definitely used a surrogate. There's no way that she was pregnant. Are you guys, like, are you not sick? Are you unwell? First of all, you can clearly see that Meghan's got monitors around her belly, right? The moves that she's doing, those moves, first of all, the girl can dance. You lot are just jealous because you could never. Secondly, those moves are going to help the baby come out, right? She's doing all the right things. Look how happy they both look in this video. Some of you lot are so bitter. And the maddest thing is, right, 90% of you are just peeved that Harry married a woman of colour. That's what it comes down to. That's why you're so peeved. Because you can't believe he went against the grain. You don't have to like Meghan. Not everybody likes everyone. Not everyone is for everyone, right? You don't need to like her. You don't need to compare her to Kate. Her and Kate are two completely different people. Kate is very calm and placid and, doesn't go against the grain. She's, she does everything she's supposed to do. That's Kate. Great. Good for her. Meghan's a bit more colourful around the edges. She likes to have a bit of fun. You might not like her. She might not be your cup of tea. That's okay.
The meltdown of the Meghan British hating public, especially the British media, has been so hilariously predictable. They're losing their godforsaken minds and we love to see it. I mean, all she did was dance while pregnant. Oh my God. Let's take a look at some of the headlines and their comments. Sarah Vi. Did they think twerking like trailer trash teens would endear them to the masses? They're already endeared to the masses, my dear. Those who don't like them, I hate them, nobody wants to be endeared to them. And can I just say, it takes a trailer trash to know what a trailer trash is, and I think you appear to be the only trailer trash here. Camilla be like, even in my wildest pregnancy moments, I can't imagine twerking like Meghan. Can you twerk? Can you move your body to the rhythm? Look, it takes a certain kind of je ne sais quoi to be able to move and to be able to dance. And quite frankly, this statement here, like many mothers, what are you talking about? Many mothers do everything they can possibly do, like I did, to get the baby out after 40 weeks. And what Meghan was doing was perfectly normal, not unusual. I danced. Many mothers dance. Hell, I did worse than just dance, right? To get those babies out because mommy has things to do. And sour-faced Angela Levitt be like, what is Meghan Markle up to? Showing a wobbly stomach and bending down legs wide so you can almost see their tops. Are you jealous? You're jealous, Angela. You want to be royalty, but they do not want you. And you are jealous. That is why you hate Meghan. The sexual tension is hot in Piers Morgan. He'd be like, we're about 2 months away from the sex date. People, how do you go from a dance to a sex date? Piers Morgan is just showing the world how deeply entrenched his sexual obsession of Meghan Markle is. Because this is about Meghan, this is all about Piers. And Piers, let me tell you this, keep Meghan Sussex out of your disgusting, rotten mind. I need you to read this. Get the vomit back. Meghan Markle said herself hiking her dress and twerking her butt to the camera in labor and delivery. This is just disgusting. Some things are better kept private. The response to this, chef's kiss. Check this out. So this lady on the left is clearly Royal News Network, and she's a Princess Catherine fan. This response to her trashing Meghan, so satisfying. Read it. Ma'am, you have bigger fish to fry than Meghan Markle. Like the fact that your brows haven't been seen since the play years, that your lips are thinner than Prince William's headline, and you've got gums that could have started their own colonial empire.
Caroline, you're cool with it. You think it's fine.
Yes, I do. I'm one of Meghan's Instagram followers, actually, and I can't understand.
Yes?
Yes?
Yes? You can't understand what?
I can't understand why people are hyperventilating. It's her video, and what's upset me the most is that the media has missed the actual point of why she put the video out. She was celebrating Lilibet's 4th birthday, which I didn't see the rest of the royal family mark that occasion.
Well, how would you like them to mark it? She's far away and her grandfather hasn't seen her, I think, since she was born.
What do you mean? Mention it on their website, or say the royal family says happy birthday. It's like people want them to be in exile and disappear, and no one hears from them again. Right. They're doing things on their own term, and I, for one, I'm happy that they're doing it.
Okay, let me just ask about what Quentin said. He said it was distasteful. Do you think it's a matter of taste? You know, it's up to you to put anything up on social media you like, but there are some things you might think, well, actually, that's just for us. That's just a bit private. That's not for the whole world.
Well, Vanessa, if they thought that bit was just going to be private, they wouldn't put it out. They put it out because they felt comfortable.
Right.
They felt comfortable with putting it out. They were happy to put it out. The only people that got major objection to it and are hyperventilating is the media, because damage she does and damage she don't. And I just say, keep on doing what they're doing. If it upsets the establishment, so be it.
Right, Caroline, thank you.
The more they're upset, that's happier.
Right, big fan of Meghan's there. Thank you, Caroline. Very in Derbyshire. Yvonne, your daughter did exactly the same thing. Tell us more.
She used to do things like that.
Yeah.
In her own home and send it to the family for us all to have a good laugh.
Yeah. Including very heavily pregnant in the delivery suite?
No, not in the delivery suite, because she had a bit of a bad time. She having the baby. But I mean, I think people should leave them alone and let them get on with what they're doing. That's probably, she was nervous, she was probably taking a bit of strain off her and, you know, trying to make light of the situation, because having a child is very difficult for anybody.
Absolutely. But when you say, you know, people should leave them alone and let them get on with it, that's not what social media is for. You don't post because you just want everyone to leave you alone. You post because, as Melinda says, you're reaching out to say something or other. Now, you might just be saying, as Melinda very generously and sweetly says, I went through this, you might have been through this, you know, we're all human, let's all relate to each other. Or you might be saying, you think that I'm posh and stuck up and privileged, but actually I'm just like you, I'm an ordinary person, buy my jam. You might be trying to, you know, you might be trying to rebrand yourself, but the one thing you're not doing, Yvonne, is saying, leave me alone and let me get on with it. That's not what you're doing. If you want that, you don't post. You don't need to post, do you?
Yeah, but probably not. But I think people, because there's a lot of nasty comments out there, and they're only human like the rest of us. Keep your nastiness to yourself.
Well, that's a worthwhile thing to say. Keep your nastiness to yourself. Quite right. Agree with that. Let's go to Donna. Fine with this. Did you enjoy watching it?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
It was lovely. It was really nice to see. I don't know why everybody's having such a hissy. She's in labour. She's in her room. It's her and her husband. Actually, at that time, that song, the Baby Mama song,
yes,
it was a trend where a lot of pregnant women were doing exactly the same thing that Meghan's doing. She's decided to share it. I know they know the backlash they're going to get, and at this point, I think they don't actually care, and I'm actually 100% behind them not to give a damn about anybody else. Get on with your life. They're no longer working royals. They're no longer in England. they're just doing their thing. I think people need to just give them a break.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Donna. Let me ask you something just for you. Melinda said everyone must be... Yeah, question for you. Everyone must be nice and only say something if it's nice. Is that why you're not mentioning Prince Harry's dancing? And I say dancing in inverted commas. Is that why? Because you're so nice you can't mention it?
He's cute.
No, he's done quite well. I'm going to say that he's done quite well.
Donna.
I'm with Donna.
It's a good mix there.
Yeah.
He's done quite well. But I think that they're just having a little moment, and it's really, really, who is it harming? Nobody.
Oh, God. I mean, everyone should be nice to everyone, and this is meant to be a show where we all feel very jolly at the end of it, but he's a good dancer, Michelle, come on.
Oh, do you know what, though? I mean, I've got a husband who has 2 peg legs, so he's actually really good compared to Hughie. Sorry, Hughie, I love you, darling.
He's got moves.
He's got moves, actually. And it's a style, isn't it? It's a particular style he was going for.
Kind of style. It's like he's cut out of cardboard, and it's absolutely shocking. All right, not that I don't love him, but honestly, all right, don't go. Welcome, Melinda, Daddy, and Michelle. Fabulous to have you here. We're talking, of course, about the Meghan footage, because how can we not? Because everyone's talking about it. Melinda, let's start with you. I mean, what do you make of it?
Well, I actually saw it for the first time this morning, and sort of saw the kind of buzz that was happening around it. And I mean, personally, my kind of view is that I actually feel really sorry for Meghan and Harry, and I think that they end up getting a huge amount of vitriol for just about anything and everything that they do. There's a huge amount of attention that's put on them, and it might not be what we all want to do, but that's fine, isn't it? To me, it looked like, well, actually they were a young couple kind of celebrating and enjoying the sort of the moment, the imminent moment before the birth of their daughter, and why not? What harm does it do?
No reason why not at all. No reason why not. It's just, why share it with the entire universe? I mean, whatever they did in the privacy of their delivery suite is entirely up to them. And if they felt joyful and she felt flexible and vital enough to dance like that, brilliant. Why not? Fabulous. But Daryl, share it with everybody, because obviously it's not going to just be her 3 million followers. It's going to be everyone else in the universe, all looking at what you might say is an intensely private moment.
Yeah, well, and here we are talking about it.
Of
So
course we
absolutely,
are.
I think it's interesting because obviously there's this sort of big tussle, isn't there, with Meghan, and she demands privacy and then she shares bits of her life, and I think, for me that's fine. I don't think that that's a contradiction. I don't think that that's her undermining herself, because I think the point of being able to have privacy, as all of you know on this panel, is that you do not want to have the press intruding in your life, but you should be in charge of what you share. And so they have decided as a couple, this is a moment that they are going to share with the world. It's lovely, it's joyful. It was done, I think, to mark Lilibet's birthday, wasn't it, as well? And of course, that was just the moment before she was born, which is really nice. So I don't think it's any of our business to decide whether or not she decides it's her business to share it, right? I think
I think it remains her own business as long as she keeps it her own business. As soon as she makes it public to the public, which is us, we're entitled to have an opinion, because it now is not just her business; it's also our business. Now, I do want your calls on.
These people, I don't understand the media, what they're trying to do. They look very dumb at this point. And the public now can see that they all are trying to stay apart for something that is normal, something that most people would relate and be normal. And even the Fox News, the lady from Fox News just said, she's not a Meghan Markle fan, but she could relate to this. It's not about you. If privacy, it's about you as a person choosing to share information about you in public, to choosing to share what information you would like to share about yourself. This thing, when they said privacy, for them, it's them, the media. They created this thing that they wanted to have privacy. They never said that. It's something that the media created. The story that the media created, that Meghan and Harry wanted to have privacy.
What do they really want when it comes to privacy?
It's not them who have said they want privacy. It's something that the tabloids have said about them that's latched on. they have taken steps when there have been blatant violations, unlawful violations of privacy. Of course, then they've challenged it because that's in line with their values. But that doesn't mean just because you assert your human rights that you then become some kind of Trappist monk and take a vow of silence and you're not allowed to discuss anything. That's not how privacy works. Privacy is about the right to own and control what personal information you choose to share with somebody.
What do they really want when it comes to privacy?
It's not them who have said they want privacy. It's
They never said that. They wanted to have a privacy that every person deserved to have. Every human being deserved to have privacy. Choosing what information they would like to share about themselves. When you find a personal information about another person, you don't just share, especially when you know that who that person is. You ask that person and you inform them first that you got information about them. You request their consent whether you want to share or not to share. What they did was they got a letter that Meghan wrote to her father, and then they published that letter without her consent. They're the one that broke the privacy of Meghan. They're the one that intruded on her privacy. So they should stop saying this privacy thing as if Harry and Meghan said they wanted privacy, as if Meghan and Harry wanted to just disappear. They didn't want to disappear. All they want is the privacy that every person deserves to have. All the country have their own privacy. Privacy law exists everywhere. They didn't want you to go and film and stand outside their home and have camera to see what's going on in their backyard and then publish that. Anyway, so Harry actually mentioned this thing, this baby mama dance here in his book here, The Spare. I've got a hard copy of The Spare. So in The Spare, chapter 87, he says something there about that. He said, "We ate and then did the baby mama dance around the hospital room. Nothing but joy and love in that room." Yeah, we can see Harry. It was really joyful. You guys were having a ball with that dance. Yep. All right. Thank you guys for listening. And we'll see you next time. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. See ya.